Go back to your ninth birthday to open hand smack you. Rip the innocent pen out your hand and proceed to attack you. Then condemn your father for even breeding the bastard. Keep backing up. You whack hack rapping. Fuck, see if I don't have some goons. Master glove come snatch you up. Dip your fist in glue with glass and beat your ass and pat you up. Trying to pass the buck like nah, yo. My man's gas me up. Your shit is trash and a half a fag that's asking for it. Stuff your CD back in your knapsack. I ain't asking for it. We listen front to back and laughed at them flashes of boring. Don't end up in urn full of bashes that'll pass at your morning. I hate the part-time and ABC simple rhyming. Mad because an intricate line of fire. Fuck they whole mind up. Fuck your lineup and anybody you riding with. We so rare that you can find us trying to dig my kind up. I rip you in half and scatter your body parts missing. Show you the true physical manifestation of division. Who are you kidding? You better go multiply. Trying to go fuck with I. Subtract the fact that your ego will add you to a trunk of mine. I'm aiming for throats while picking for quotes. While laughing at condescending comments like your shit's almost dope. Check for C's, the Red Baron, the KG. All dope rap is not me. I'm a barber. Want your line up? I swear right now.
Hey yo, welcome to Behind the Grind, where we pull back the curtain and go behind the scenes on your favorite Grind Mode affiliates. This is Johnny Conceptz.
It's your boy Trip.
We got Vendetta in the building with us today. What's going on, Vendetta?
What up, V?
Hey, what's going on, man? I'm just happy to be here, man. Thank y'all for having me, for real. Thank you.
Absolutely, it's a pleasure to have you in here today.
For sure.
So let's get right into it. Talk to us a little bit about your origin, how you came up to making music, and how you got your rap name.
Dope, man. Well, I got an older sister. She's a couple years older than me, man. She really like introduced me to hip hop at a young age. Music was always in my house. Both of my parents were musicians. My father being a drummer. My mother used to play French horn and something else that is escaping me at the moment. But so music was always a big factor in the house. But my sister being a little bit older, she was exposed to more. She like I said, introduced me to hip hop at a young age. I might have been 8 or 9 years old. And I knew I liked that a lot more than rock and roll and all the shit my parents were, you know what I'm saying, playing and all that. But I appreciate all music though. So I was 11 years old, playing all-star travel baseball. And I met one of my dearest friends. I call him Cousin Phil. So if you hear me say Cousin Phil, this is my man. I used to make music with too. He went by the name Vendetta. But so I met Cousin Phil, and you know, we got to know each other real tight through this travel baseball because we used to stay with like host families, and so we spent a lot of time around each other. Found out he was a big Bone fan, and I've been a huge Bone Thugs and Harmony fan since I was 11 years old, and I can actually tell you like the very first time I was exposed to him, what I saw and like what did it for me. Like it was crazy. It was August 1994. It's one of those stories, and I was watching MTV at my mother's friend's house, and somebody in the house put it on right at Busy Bone's verse, and he got a spot in that verse where he's rapping near a train. A train was going by, and he had his hair out. It was all crazy, and he was wearing a shirt that said "High on Stress," and like his vocal tone was like, you know, like, gotta give it on up to the Glock Glock, pop pop, better drop when the buck shots, like crazy high pitch. It was wild. I was like, yo, what the fuck is that? Like I had never seen no shit or heard no shit like that. And anyway, excuse me. So I link up with Cousin Phil, find out we both like Bone Thugs and Harmony. He was already doing some writing, messing around with writing. I hadn't tried it yet. He encouraged me to write. I don't even know if he really knows that. I mean, he must know that, you know, like he if it wasn't for him, I probably wouldn't have started writing. But yeah, he always encouraged me to write, and we just started making music together. And then we formed a group when we were 14 years old, and with 2 other people. One of them being his like longtime childhood friend, and another one being a friend of mine that also knew one of the other members that we didn't know there was the connection. And all 4 of us came together for our love of like Bone Thugs and Harmony and like double time rhyming and all that. We were 14 years old, 15 years old. We started to hit the studio. We would just pool money together. Studio time was $25 an hour back then for us. Wow. And it was crazy. It was tough, you know. And like none of us drove yet, and we were going to a studio a couple towns away. And so it was always like trying to get rides from like older people we knew, or parents, whatever we could do.
And no Uber back then, huh?
No, man, no way. We're talking about like pay phones and cabs and shit. You know what I mean? And so we put together this 2-song single. Again, now I'm like 15 years old, just turning 16. We did a ton of recording, but we took 2 songs that we had all predominantly liked, put them out there. We made a couple hundred copies, and we were selling them for $5 a piece, which was ridiculous, and people were buying them. I don't know why, but
hustling.
Yeah, hustling, man. Yeah.
And so we did that, you know, and then that like, you know, most young groups, man, it was short lived. We were only together for a couple of years, but two of us kept making music. Myself and another cat who Lingo actually knows pretty well, a dude named Optic, man, who was like just one of the most talented rappers to like never do it. You know what I mean? It was just so good, so smooth, so polished at a young age. And so me and him, we kept making music. We went different routes though. We were always friendly, man, because we, you know, all of us are friends like outside of the music. So I started a company with my right hand man, my like lifelong best friend. His name's Mr. Showtime. His real name's Van. So again, when I speak of him, if I bounce back and forth, it's the same cat. But so we formed a company called Platinum City Productions when I was 18, turning 19, and that's actually where the PcP comes from. Because, you know, a lot of times, like on the Grind Mode platform or my own platform, you'll see like Vendetta of PcP. That stands for Platinum City Productions, because I'm from Taunton, Massachusetts. So I got a nickname called the Silver City for, you know, like either export or creator, whatever, of like silver products on the East Coast years and years and years ago.
I believe Lingo's first group or whatever was Silver City Records or Silver City Productions or some shit like that. Yeah. But anyway, yeah. Anyway,
fact check that, Lingo.
Hey. Yeah.
Let's see that.
Yeah, fact check that one, Ling.
It was Silver City Records, and the funny thing is too, man, like yo, we got history together, you know. And that's funny because I won't even go into that because that's mostly negative. Not me and Lingo, but, you know what I'm saying. Me and Lingo never had smoke ever. You know what I'm saying? And as a matter of fact, because I don't want to bring negativity into this too, but like right around the time when Platinum City Productions was still sort of like new, I had a couple artists under me, and I don't even want to say under me, with me, I should say, because I'm not above anybody. So I had a couple of artists with me. And we were trying to build a company, and we used to put on our own shows. So we had like a DJ on the squad. We had rappers, man. We had we had beat makers. We had, you know, everything under the sun, street team. And my man Optic knows the creator of, you know, that other movement, or the co-creator, I should say, I'm sorry, of the Silver City joint. And he tried to link us together right before he went to the military when we were like 19. And so I just known him from around the way and through baseball and shit, actually. So like I knew him from when we were younger, and we tried to like make moves together and shit, and it just did not go well. And I won't get into none of that because we're all like grown and all that shit. But so anyway, I go to a show that myself, the Silver City squad with Lingo and all them were there. Another dude from my city who is a monster, King Blob. And I believe he's a Grind Mode affiliate too. I think he did one of the early ones.
I believe he is, yeah.
Yeah,
yep,
like Volume 9.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, something like he's a monster too. Like he was there. It was like a bunch of local cats at this show, and Lingo was actually DJing. And this was like at the height of us not getting along. Never me and Lingo, but the two movements. And when I walked in, I go up to Lingo to give him my music, and I know him a little bit at this point. And yo, the first thing he said, he's so cool, man. He puts his hand out. And he was like, yo, listen, man, like I know you and whoever got smoked, but, you know, that got nothing to do with me. Like, we're cool, you know, like we can maintain a relationship. And he was just mad cool and humble. And so I just bring that up just to give his like character some credit and all that too. You know what I'm saying? Like
well, that's funny because he's an asshole now, man. Jesus.
He's like the nicest asshole ever. You know what I mean?
So like during this whole time, like coming up, because you said it was like this is between the ages of like 15 and 19. Were you always going by Vendetta at that point, or?
No, man. Like, you know, I had my fair share of cornball names, and like, so when I met my man cousin Phil, you know, we're both like Italian descent, and so we did this like stupid shit when we were younger. You ever hear about that case? I don't know if y'all heard about it in school or whatnot. You ever learn about Sacko and Vanzetti, the two Italian immigrants who were like falsely accused for a crime that they didn't commit?
No.
It was like, it was like,
Can't say I know.
Not familiar.
yeah, probably not too many people. It's like some nerdy, dorky shit that doesn't even really matter. I mean, it matters like historically, but not in your everyday life. But so anyway, we went by those names like Sacko and Vanzetti. Now he kept Vanzetti, I was Sacko, and I just never felt fucking confident calling myself Sacko. Like I couldn't do it, you know. So
well, at least Mankind gave you a career.
I know, and then like it's funny because when I saw that shit like later, I was like, oh man, look at that, good move.
I made it.
Hey man, that was funny though. I was like,
dope,
oh
man.
Goddamn.
Yeah, you were mentioning in the chat that you had a couple funny names. So Sacko clearly one of them. I know you might have had one other one, man.
Oh yeah, I got another one right now. Now like I can like live with humility pretty well. But I don't know if I can admit this one on camera. Like, it's so stupid. And,
Come on, give us the exclusive.
You just said your name was Sacko.
No, it's way worse. It's kind of like it kind of like sounds like a bad comic book character, like villain sidekick name. It was so stupid. And that I was 11 though, you know what I mean. In all fairness, and that like it started off with like that corny like Darkwing Duck type name. Then
That's literally what it was. That's literally what it was. Hey, Darkwing Drew. Darkwing Drew.
He said Dr. Drew Little.
Dr. Drew Little. That's fire. You need to. That's the next mixtape right there, bro.
It's funny, like that's what my sister calls me, man, because I got this like connection with animals in a purely like, you know, pure way, like not no crazy type way. But little side story. We were at Disney, man. Like she brought me out to Disney with the kids and whatnot, and I got a wild squirrel to come up to me and let me pet it. You know what I mean?
Oh,
like,
that's
like,
fucking crazy. Yeah, what the hell? Yeah, I had a squirrel. I had a squirrel come up to me in DC. Of all places, we were like walking around one of the memorials in DC, and I guess the squirrels are just used to people like feeding them with like random shit. So the squirrels would just like kind of come right up to you, a little too close for comfort. But I was confident in myself and loving animals and shit that yeah, I got down close to the squirrel. And I remember a couple people walking by, obviously like, you know, residents of DC, and they're like, don't get much close. I was a kid, you know, and they're like telling me like, hey kid, don't get much close to that squirrel. That thing will fuck you up. And I just fell down the stairs. But no, I got pretty close to a squirrel too once. I didn't get to pet it, but I wanted to though. But yeah, you got to pet it?
Yeah, I actually and I got it to put its hand in mine, you know, like, and it just kind of gave me like a pound and shit, you know what I mean? It was pretty cool, and it's not even like he did it and dashed, like he hung out for a little bit. It was pretty cool.
Right, that's fire. Well, we're gonna keep it moving right along, man. That's a cool little backstory and shit. Good to hear about the origin. You mentioned that you and Lingo had a prior history before the grind mode movement had even begun. How did you eventually go from that to being involved with the grind mode movement, and how long in between was that?
I was doing my thing with my people, Platinum City Productions, right? We were building that company. There was a point though before things went sour with like one of the other co-creators where he actually introduced me to Lingo, so I have to credit him for that, you know. He was like, yo, I know this real dope kid, man. Like, you know, he's a rapper, man. He records. He's just like, he was like a DJ at the time, I think, you know. And actually, I seen something too way back when. I think he even might have had dreads, man. And like, he was doing interviews and shit at like hip hop shows and stuff. Like Lingo's roots go deep, man. They go real deep in this. And so yeah, so I met him through that dude, and he actually brought me to his mom's crib, man, in the basement, and I bought some beats off of him. And I think I was like 16. No, not 16. I'm sorry, maybe 17, something like that. And you know, like I got the track over that beat too. Like I still have that beat. I got it on a DAT tape, man. That's like how long I've been recording.
Wow, that's crazy, bro. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's dope.
So I met Lingo around like 17. Our two movements went like very different ways. Mine just like, you know, I had like a ton of drive and vision, but like poor execution, I guess. I went like 1,000 miles an hour in the wrong direction. You know what I mean? And at times thought like too small thinking that you're thinking big, you know, and like you see in the big picture, but like you're really just looking at shit like this. You know what I mean? So I got involved with the grind mode movement, not through Blob though. So let me say this though too, because I don't think I've ever said this publicly. In my own city, there was 2 people really doing shit that like inspired me to want to do music or made me feel like I could do it. And that was Blob. That was King Blob. He was doing his thing. He's always at a studio out my way, and has been doing shows for a long time. And a dude that went by the name of DJ Rome. And DJ Rome was the only dude I knew of locally in Taunton that would like put out mix CDs with like local artists and shit. And so it's funny because me and my group, we actually like auditioned for one of his like right-hand mans, like a dude I'm still pretty cool with. I see him around the way all the time. And we were just like 4 stupid young kids rapping for him, like hoping like, yo, maybe we can get on that Rome tape, you know? And like DJ Rome used to throw shows and stuff. And so kind of like I got the blueprint on how to do that from him. Because that's pretty much like what my movement was. We were all like self-sustained. We did everything ourselves. I used to go rent venues, throw shows. We had the in-house DJ. We performed, had all local cats perform. We had our own security, our own door people. And so anyway, I did all that. That kind of fizzled out after years of just, like I said, running in the wrong direction 1,000 miles an hour. And Lingo's always been on my radar, though, always, like with what he was doing. Because actually, I was on a lot of shows that he was throwing. He actually, man, he's always looked out for me like crazy. I don't even know why. I mean, he's a good dude, you know, but I feel like I don't even deserve like all the like the opportunities he's given me, you know. And so I did a lot of shows, and this was before people were ever like, you know, saying, hey, you want to get on this bill? Here's 40 tickets. Like, I've never sold anything for a Lingo show, ever. Like, he's never asked me to, required me to, you know. And he's a dope dude, man. So, like I said, he was always on my radar. And a couple of cats from around my way from Taunton, dude by the name of East Coast Cali. He was one on, I think, maybe the second one. Another dude, Chris Classic, he was on one of the earlier ones too. And so I was always peeping them shits because I'm a fan. And like at the end of the day, like I do music because I'm a fan of it, you know? And I've done it for years without getting anything back, not even looking to get anything back because I just love to do it. And so I'll always be a fan, and I've always like peeped the shit, followed it. Like I've been aware of Johnny Conceptz for a very long time, man, because you're OG, man.
Oh,
like,
I appreciate that. Thank you.
Go way back, man. You know what I mean? Yes. And nah, man, for real. Like, you've always had clever bars, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's just like dope that you're still doing this shit, man. You know what I mean? And Trip, I've gotten to know you a little bit over the years. Like I said, you got to forgive me in person for like the awkward conversation. I'm really like an introvert. And
well, it's funny because it's awkward as fuck over Zoom too. So I'm just playing.
Oh, it's mad awkward. It's like, you know what I mean?
You walked into that shit. I got him.
Yeah.
No, but no, we talked about that before, bro. No, it's all love, man. I know I'm the same way. Like I'm a scatterbrain at those
Lies.
events.
You are not no fucking introvert.
Well, no, I'm not
Lies.
an introvert, but like I'm a scatterbrain at those shows. So I mean, for like short conversations or whatever it may be, like I'm always bouncing around.
Tell us a little bit about how you got to finally get to do that cipher. Because you came in at like what, volume 23, 24, something like that.
Yeah, shit, man. You're like right in that ballpark. Yep, somewhere like I'd say, yeah, no sooner than 22, but I really don't think it is. But yes, 22 to 24, somewhere in there. It was one of those, and yeah. So it was just one of them things, man. Like I had made the decision a couple years before, 2-3 years before that, to just be like, you know what, man, forget music, because like I was going after it for a little while, and I actually had this like great, awesome situation. Like really like the situation of a lifetime, like right in front of me, and then it just kind of didn't materialize. So that discouraged me from doing music for a while. And so I was like, you know what, man, fuck it. Like I was going to Lingo shows every once in a while, and just kind of like just hanging out in the background, watching people audition for the Grind Mode Cyphers. So I just said, fuck it, man, let me go do this, because I was still making music, just not putting it out. And went there, you know, hollered at Lingo, and he said, "Yo, just get up there and do it live." This was back when, like, you know, you had to go to like the events and spit live, you know.
I was just gonna ask you to explain to the newer generation of Grind Mode fans and affiliates that, you know, that process a little bit of what it was like to see other MCs get up on the stage with the spotlight on them. I don't believe there would be a beat or anything like that, and you actually were auditioning to be on Grind Mode Cyphers. Well, what was that like?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I keep it real with you, man. Like, the people that are like close to me and really know me, they know like I really don't care for the performing aspect of all this. But I mean, it's completely necessary, and I love it as a fan. You know what I mean? But to do it, to be on stage, to have everybody staring at you, like I don't like that shit not one bit. You know what I mean? One of those things. I always get a little nervous, and then the nerves turn into like, man, fuck you. And I seem like angry and shit when I'm rapping all the time, because I'm just like, yo, fuck you, man.
Yeah, motherfuckers would let you know back then, like, and like you had to, and if you didn't do that well, you had to come back even harder the next week. That's right. to try and win everyone's love over. So like, people not like. No disrespect, people got a lot easier now to get on the Cypher, but
you could definitely tell in the room, you know, once you lost the attention of the crowd or the room, it was pretty much a wrap for you, you know, and they didn't necessarily have to come up to you and tell you were trash or boo you or whatever, but you can pretty much tell by the general consensus of the room that you didn't have what it takes or you did. And those were the days, man. And, you know, you have been on quite a few ciphers now. One of my favorites that I've seen you on, I've had the pleasure of sharing quite a few ciphers with you, I believe 2 or 3, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, one of my favorites that you were on was the Chopper Volume 1 cipher, one of my absolute favorites. But I see the variants of artists that you work with and shit. But who are some other artists maybe you haven't been on ciphers with or whatever that from Grind Mode that you would want to work with?
All right, so this is gonna sound stupid. I'll say this and then explain it, right? Like I want to work with Cap Scissor. He's one of them. But I already got a song with him in the stash, so I know that sounds kind of dumb. But the thing about it was like I already had that track done. I was sitting on it for a while, and I was like, oh man, he's the right type of raw for this song. And so I sent it to him. But I'd like to like work on a song organically, you know what I'm saying? From scratch with him. So Cap, 5 is an absolute beast. And we met each other. We were on the same cipher. You know, he talked about this, so I won't like beat a dead horse, you know. But I heard him on the cipher a couple days before we shot it. You know, you get the final version. I was like, yo, who the fuck is that? Like, never heard of him before. And then like he was on my radar, and then I just started following him on social media. He kills shit, man. He kills shit. So 5, I love to work with. I really like to work with Big G's, man. And the reason being is like just his approach to hip hop is so raw and rugged and tough and just dope. And so like, cause I don't always do the fast shit. Like I slow it down a lot too. Like a lot of my music is like real personal. Some of it's just talking shit. Some of it's boom bap-ish at times. You know what I mean? So I don't just always do like the fast shit. And but I could picture like Big G's doing some type of like Biggie rendition, maybe, you know, type eyes. Like, you know how Biggie did like the Bone shit a little bit, like he did his version of it, but not like them, but you know what I mean? All right, so let me see. So Big G's, right? You know, this is I'm such an idiot, man, because I've been trying to think of this dude's name all day. I don't want to fuck it up. Is it Static G, maybe? Grind Mode affiliate, Static G. He's from Colorado or that area, maybe. I really hope I'm not saying this dude's name wrong, because like he's an absolute animal. I think it's Static G. I don't want to fuck it up. Another one, Franchise from New York. He's another one I love to work with. We've talked a little bit, you know, in the past about working together. I'll even put it out there like this: like anybody that wants to collab or make music, man. Like I'm not like a bougie ass dude, man. As long as you're not an asshole and you're easy to work with, like I'll fuck with you, man. You know what I mean? Like I'll make music and fuck with you. So, yeah, that's just like an open invitation to whoever the fuck's in Grind Mode wants to work, you know?
So hopefully we can make that happen here on Behind the Grind. So everyone, anyone that he mentioned, hit him up, or anyone that he didn't mention. He said he was willing to work with anybody as long as you ain't bougie. So
that's right, no bougie bitches.
So With that being said, I think it's time to get into that rapid fire.
Ooh, I think it's rapid fire time, homie. Welcome to Rapid Fire, brought to you by Brawlers Inc. Clothing. All right, homie, we're gonna start it like this. I asked this to every artist because it was a big part of my life coming into hip hop. Biggie or Pac, bro?
As a kid, it was Pac all day. As an adult, it's Biggie.
Game of 50.
Game.
Snoop Dogg, Ludacris.
And I fuck with Luda heavy. Luda.
Okay. Nas or Jay?
Fuck Jay-Z. Nah, I'm a Nas guy. Nas guy. It ain't fuck Jay-Z, but I'm a Nas guy.
I heard that. Well, he said Jay-Z, so I'm gonna bring it back to the old Rock Nation days. What about Beanie Siegel or Memph Bleak?
Beanie was stronger, man. He was stronger. Memph Bleak would kill a verse, but the album shit was tough for him. You know what I mean?
Go ahead.
Producer Kanye or rapper Kanye?
Producer Kanye all day. For me, all day.
Kim or Chloe?
Oh, shit, man. Fuck. Yeah, man, I don't know, man. Come on, man.
Thanks. Plead the fifth. All right, go ahead.
All right, so Ready to Die or Life After Death?
Oh, man.
Two classics.
Yeah. Yeah, because, fuck. I'll go Life After Death just because it's the double disc, you know what I'm saying? So we got a bigger dose of Biggie, no pun intended. But yeah, they're both dope, man.
Big L, Big Pun.
Yeah, this one hurts my feelings, man.
Yeah, it's a tough one.
Yeah, this hurts my feelings. Rapid fire, I'm terrible.
Nah, you're good, bro.
All right, so Big L, Big Pun. I'm gonna have to say Pun because I just feel like he was stronger all around. He was stronger. He could do everything very well, and L was a beast of a whole different kind. But Pun, I'll go Pun.
Okay.
All right. Mixtape Wayne or like the Drake era?
That's a dope question.
It's impossible.
Mixtape Wayne, fuck it, he's a monster.
I know you said you're not really into performing, but would you rather rock a crowd of 300 that came to see Vendetta, or would you rather rock a crowd of 1,000 that came to see someone you were opening for?
Yeah, man, I like that question too when I heard that, and like the other behind the grinds. So I've experienced close to both. You know what I mean? So I don't want to front. The largest crowd I've ever been in front of was 700, and with the help of a bunch of people, I had 150 people there for me. I sold 150 tickets out of that 7, but still the majority isn't there to see. You know, and then I've done a crowd of like 220 just like 2 years ago, or right around that maybe, and there a lot of them were there for me because it was a local show. So I take the 300 of like people that know your shit, man, because like when you're rhyming and like, especially if you've been doing somewhat of a same set for a while, it's dope when people like know certain shit, you know, and then like you can have parts of the beat cut out and people sing the shit and it's like, what? Like just make you feel like the man, you know. So I take the smaller crowd with the people I know.
Good choice. Say the same. All right, let's switch it up from the music shit a little bit.
Corona or Heineken?
I'm a Heineken dude. I drink Heineken. Yeah.
Nike, Adidas.
Fuck, man. I'll go Nike. Nike.
All right. Magic Shack or Laker Shack?
Oh, I'm taking Magic Shack because he used to run the fast break and shit, man. I used to like that. He was like blue chip Shaq still, so I'm gonna go Magic Shack now. But Laker Shaq was a more dominant force. So.
Still rapid fire. Best center big man of all time.
I'm biased. I'm going Bill Russell. I don't give a fuck because nobody's getting 11, man. Yeah.
Better 3-point shooter. Bird, Reggie Miller.
I'm biased. I don't give a fuck. Bird. I'm going Bird. Like,
I'm just trying to see how homer you're gonna go. Bird. I pick Bird.
Well, who's won more 3-point contests than Bird?
Nobody.
I'll wait.
Nobody walked into the dressing room and said, "Who's finishing second?"
Yeah.
Right. Gangster.
Pop Tarts or toasted strudels?
I don't know why. I'm sorry. I didn't expect to hear that shit. Fuck it. I'm going Pop-Tarts because them shits are versatile, man. You don't have to put them in the toaster. You can just take them shits and run. They're more practical.
Yeah, I like the Pop-Tarts myself.
A public bathroom full of people or a porta-john?
Public bathroom.
Yeah, all day.
Public bathroom, like
Really?
unless I'm like, you know, top 10 like first users in that porta-john. You know what I mean?
Yeah, facts.
I use them shits only for necessity. Like, because like as a grown man, I cannot shit or piss myself. Like that just can't happen. So I'll do the porta-john in that case. But nah.
Who's the artist that you would listen to that no one knows you listen to when no one's around?
Sade.
Okay.
All right.
So you're in the car. You banging that pop music or rock music?
Pop or rock?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll go with the pop.
Pop music? Pop music?
Yeah.
All right. Sega, Nintendo.
I was Sega as a kid.
Sega?
Yeah.
But let's go with Jim Carrey or Adam Sandler.
Jim Carrey.
All right.
Yeah, it's easy for me as well. I like Jim, man. 9-Inch Nails? No, I'm just playing. Porn or... No, I'm just playing. Hot dogs or hamburgers?
Hamburgers.
Speakers or headphones? That's random. I looked at my speaker and that's what I came up with.
It's a different listen. No, hey, headphones. It's a different listening experience, man. Headphones.
All right, folks, that's going to wrap up Rapid Fire, brought to you by Brawlers Inc.
So if you've been watching Behind the Grind, you know we like to ask this question to everybody. You're at a restaurant. There's 6 chairs. You're sitting at one of those chairs. You're at the head of the table. Who are those 5 other people sitting with you? They could be fictional. They could be real. They could be from a movie. Anybody, male or female, dead or alive, who's there with you?
All right. So I'd have Crazy Bone at that table. I'd have Robert De Niro at that table. I'd have my great grandfather, no, my grandfather, my step grandfather at that table. I'd probably have Frodo Baggins at that table because man, he lived one hell of a life, and I'd like to hear that tale firsthand. And
That's gonna be a long night.
And you know what? You know the worst part about this though, too, right? Is I've been thinking about this all day.
You've changed the people every time too, probably.
Well, the thing about it too was like I wasn't sure like the context of the question. You know, to answer it, meaning like you know, if it's just so general and broad, I'm like, oh man, it could be like 1,000 people. You know, I owe you one more, and I would go with this would be so stupid, but I would have Peter Venkman from the Ghostbusters, right? The one that
So the actor or his character?
Right.
No, I want the fucking character.
All right.
All the backstory, like who he is, the personality, like the mannerisms and all that shit.
Right.
Because he's just fucking hilarious. So yeah, I figure, you know, that'd be a decent conversation at that station.
Right. So who you gonna call?
Oh, you know, come on.
All right, man.
Who's paying the bill at that table?
I'll tell you what, like not me, because I don't know none of them motherfuckers personally, so I'm out of there. Like, so, yeah, I mean, I'm gone, man. Probably Crazy Bone. He's probably the most successful. Or Frodo got some of them coins hanging around.
Right,
I don't know.
Yeah.
You try to ask Robert De Niro, he's gonna be like, "You talking to me?"
Yeah, you talking to me.
I'm not paying this. You talking to me?
All right, Vendetta, man. So I know you got this new project with Scars that just recently dropped, or I don't know if the whole project dropped, but you've been dropping some songs off of this project with Scars. I believe it's called Southpaw. Can you tell us a little bit about it?
Yeah, absolutely, man. So the project's not out yet. We do have 2 singles that we officially released that are out and available on all platforms. Excuse me. However you like to listen to music, you can find it on that platform. So our group name is Southpaw. So Southpaw is myself, Vendetta of PcP, and Skies. And I almost feel like I should mention Kenny Prospect, who's also a Grind Mode affiliate. You know, his real name's Oliver. Kenny produced most of this record. You know, I want to say more than half of it, and just gave us some bangers, man. And he's just a real solid dude, and he contributed heavily to this project as well. So I just wanted to make sure I gave him his credit.
Shout out.
During quarantine, man, that little quarantine period, Skies and I were making some music together. He had just reached out, was like, yo, I got a track. Would you want to get on it? I said, yeah, absolutely. The turnaround was quick because I've always recorded myself. And so I just do it right at the house and send it off, and it gets mixed. And so he sent me a few songs in a short amount of time. I just kept banging them out, sending them back. He said, yo, we should do an EP. A couple weeks go by, we already had the EP done. So he was like, yo, you'd want to just do a whole project. And so we just like been building since then. And so the project's almost done. We're just locking in all of our collabs now, finishing everything up. We got one. He announced it today on Facebook, which I'm not even saying was like a good or a bad thing or anything. I thought it was pretty dope that he did it. But so I just didn't want to say it the other day when I was talking to Lingo and them, because, you know, I don't like to say stuff until you have it. But I guess it's good money because Skaz has been in communication with the dude. But we got a collab in the works with a dude named JLB Hood from Strange Music. And he's been in my like top 5 for the last like 7 years, you know, like I'm a huge fan of this dude. So like I'm amped, you know what I'm saying? So we're just like locking in collabs for the project, finishing it up. Most of it's mixed already. We got a couple videos in the stash. Like we just released a lyric video to our newest single we put out called Start a War. King Time from Connecticut did the lyric video. So yeah, man, we just got this joint. Like I said, the name of our group's called Southpaw. The name of the project's called Never Say Die. We got some bangers. Like I've been putting out music for a long time. I got maybe like 13 or 14 projects out total from the time I started. I'm not saying it's all quality material either, but I got a lot of projects out. And this here is the most like complete, solid body of work from start to finish I've ever been a part of, man. So I want to thank Skaz for that too, because it was really his idea to do this and come together, man.
That's what's up, man. Shout out Scars. Yeah, facts. Shout out Scars, a dope MC in his own right. Shout out Kenny Prospect as well. Yeah, man, that's dope. So any last shout outs you want to hit? Any other thing you forgot to mention?
Yeah, I did forget to mention the fact that so we've been putting this project together, and it's taken us a little bit longer than what we had hoped. So we just floated the idea around, and I think we're going to put this into fruition, man. We're going to put out a mixtape as well. We're going to work on a mixtape that's going to be free, and you're going to get that before the album, hopefully, you know, to build some anticipation for it and whatnot. But so we got that in the works. And yeah, I mean, after that, just keep up the momentum, hopefully. You know, the project's been received pretty well. We haven't really put a strong push advertisement-wise behind it yet, but it's been received pretty good from what we have done. And so like I said, hopefully just keep the momentum going with that. Want to shout out my nephew, Jay Killer, my niece, Kayla, I love you. My wild 4-year-old nephew, Calvin, who's a complete animal. I love you. And yeah, that's it, man, you know.
All right. So why don't you tell us where we can find your music? Tell us a little bit about your social medias.
All right, man. So we you can find us on Facebook under Southpaw Hip Hop. That's the group name, and then you can find us everywhere else is Southpaw as well. Like you can find us on YouTube. Like I said, we're on every like major streaming platform, Spotify, all that good shit, man. And then aside from that, you know, check out Ska's Real Hip Hop. That's his Facebook plug. Mine's Vendetta of PcP, and like I said, we got the joint one, Southpaw Hip Hop, and Skaz also has Instagram as well, which I think is like, don't quote me, but I believe it is Skaz Real Hip Hop as well, his Instagram. I'm not on Instagram. I got an account that has like one picture on it. It's like a finger pointing up and it says the guy above me eats ass. You know what I mean?
And he does.
Twice a week, and he likes it. All right, guys, this wraps up today's episode of Behind the Grind. It's your boy Trip B.
Johnny Conceptz.
Vendetta, say peace.
Peace. Appreciate y'all. Thank you, man. Thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you for coming through and chopping it up with us. I just want to say, make sure everyone you like, comment, subscribe. Let us know what you thought about this video, and also comment who you would like to see us interview next.
Please, and any questions you'd like to have for those certain artists.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Till next time. GME.
You guys are upside down to me, so I figured something was fucked up.
Exactly. So what's up, man?
Good, man. You know, just being overweight on a Thursday, man. I can't
That's it,
complain.
man. Life's tough, man. Dad bods are in, though, so
Right. I can dig it.
we're good.
That's weird. Shout out to the dead bones.
Yeah, no, we're not shouting out dad bods. All right.
Hey, yo, welcome to Behind the Grind. It's Johnny Conceptz.
It's your boy Trip.
Oh, shit, I already fucked up the slogan. Shit. So,
All right, start over.
So,
Welcome
take two.
Welcome to TV.
I hope I'm not saying this dude's name wrong because, like, he's an absolute animal. I think it's Static G. I don't want to fuck it up, but
Let me see here. Hold on. Like STA.
like TIK or something.
Yep. Static G. Yep, that's his name. Static G. Oh wait, what? 34,000 likes on Facebook?
Oh
What?
damn.
Really? Oh, no wonder why you like him.
Nah, not even, because
Well, a lot of people fucking like him, bro.
fuck, man.
Let's go with bad movies. What's a really bad movie? Mortal Kombat.
So
The first
many.
Mortal Kombat is.
I
Really
love
bad.
that movie. Fuck you.
The first Mortal Kombat is garbage.
I love it. Asking him to clean up his bill or whatever.
He said, "You want to hear something funny? This prick just asked me to Christian his kid next week." He's like, "Yeah, I'll do it. $1,000."
Yo, one of my favorites of all time. Definitely.
All right.
I had dope
That's
shit,
a wrap.
bro.
I appreciate y'all, man. This was dope, man.
Yeah, hell yeah. Yeah, we'll do it again in a couple months, like when the project drops and shit, for sure.
I'd
you know
love
what?
to.
You know
We'll
what?
shot both of them.
Yeah, I'll have you and Scars come on.